Dun, 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 dun. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5 Episode 2 Full Disclosure. Watching the end of Black Ink Crew. Teddy going in on Caesar. Caesar come in, he already fired the girl that looked like Duchess. Sky was kind of messed up when she ended up talking about Duchess' lips, talking about basically they were crusty. But anyway, Love and Hip Hop tonight, I liked it. It started off where it ended last week at Chris's, Mimi's boyfriend-girlfriend's birthday party. And Tiara had to get a little bit beat up and whatnot. Even though Tiara was the one that threw the drink, that got on Tommy. But it looked like Tommy got a hold of her weave and, you know, basically handled that. It ended up being, Tiara says that she went to the emergency room, and when she met up with Scrap, she had on a little, what's it called? A bandage or something wrapped around her arm, and it looked like she broke her finger or whatever. So yeah, she had some trouble. She said she Googled Tommy and found out she got multiple mug shots, and she also saw a picture with Tommy and her son, which I think, even though the mug shots, finding out that Scrap is dealing with other women and stuff, having relations and everything, the picture of Tommy and her son being on the internet is really what fueled her fire to, you know, basically be upset with Tommy. What else? And she left in an Uber, or it might have been her family van. You know, she do have 4 kids, so she do need a van with all them kids. But she left in a big white van. Kirk and Rashida, they talking, and he lets us know that there's surveillance at their press store, because, you know, he the one that bought, you know, paid for the store, so he can do what he want to do with the store, he's saying. And they talk about Mama D coming up in the place, making the nest and all that. And he was like, he gonna have to go ahead and talk to Scrap, because he don't like that. You know, Scrap need to stop getting his mother involved in his battles and take care of that. He does end up meeting up with Scrap at Scrap's party that he was having for the Grizzle Gang model agency that he got going on, that he's partnered with Young Jock, his cousin. They gonna, you know, do the modeling thing together. And while, you know, he was sitting down, you know, enjoying his party, Kirk walks up to him and was like, you know, what's going on? And Scrap was like, what is he doing here? Because I'm beefing with him right now. So Kirk pleads his case and say, you know, he don't want to be involved or whatever. So Scrap ended up saying, did you want to be there for me or not? And he was like, you know, for real, for real? No, I really didn't want to be there because, and I'm agreeing with Kirk, like, Rashida is cool with his baby mother and everything, Erica. So why would she, you know, let her husband, so they can have beefs at home because he's taking up for his friend, when, you know, the truth is the truth, Scrap, you know? And he said that Deb Abney, she was there for him, so I guess it worked out. And Mama D was sitting right next to him, and he act like he didn't know that the mama went to the press store. Now, Mama D didn't let him know that she went to the store. Scrappy tells you all the business and everything, but you don't tell him that you went to the store to confront Rashida. Whatever. So, basically, Scrap kicked Kirk out of his party, and Kirk was like, peace. Alright. Now, Tommy and Scrap meet up. Is that, I don't know, I'm probably going to be all over the place. Tommy and Scrap meet up, and she is basically, no, she says it in her confessionals because she meets up with KK. But she was just saying she don't care what he, no, that wasn't even her. It was Tiara. When Tiara met up with Scrap, you know, with her wrist all bandaged up and stuff. In the confessional, she says, you know what, I don't even care what he do with his penis or whatever, you know, but I don't want, you know, for him to be saying that we gonna be getting back together and he's still messing with some chick that, you know, got 32 mug shots and all that, you know. she gonna have to know about me, and I want to be there when you let her know about me, and that me and you is still together. We trying to work on this. Now, both of these chicks know that he having sex with both of them or whatever, but both of them want the other chick to know that they not going nowhere. Hopefully it's not a third chick in the mix. But what really blew me, and this is why I don't like Tommy or Tierra, I don't know what's up with women, but for you not to care what he do with his penis is pretty weird to me. I don't know. Penis sounds so gross, but penis is the word. Okay, Chris, she don't want to be considered, you know, a woman. You know, she really wants to be a man. And what I was saying last week, I don't feel bad about from what Mimi, Arian, and Chris was talking about tonight. Mimi don't even consider herself lesbian, even though when they're first seen on the show, Chris was holding her hand talking about, you ready to let everybody know that you in a lesbian relationship? The next week, they don't want to be considered lesbian because she don't even want her vagina touched, and she don't want her breast touched. She don't want her women parts to be dealt with because she want to be a man. So, you know, that means Mimi, I guess, she not dealing with her box and whatnot. But she, you know, she do the strap-on stuff. You know, what people do in these relationships. Young Jock lets Scrap know that he wants to try it out with Taylor, his assistant. And Scrap basically was like, go ahead and do what you do. So maybe Scrap ain't do nothing with the assistant. And when they were at their Grizzle gang, the model agency party, he do his first round with Taylor, you know, trying to get her, and he says that he got his groove because he told her to put his number in her phone, and she did it. Now it's up to Taylor not to call him, but I guess she gonna end up calling him. I wonder what made her, you know, when she do end up calling him. Or maybe we're going to find out next episode that she never called Jock. I hope that that's the case. Please don't call him. Please, next week, let Jock be a little upset that she didn't call him. Bambi, she was in this, you know, I was just saying last week, is she going to be in the show? Well, she was in this second episode. And, you know, her and Scrap supposedly is not together. But she was walking the runway. I guess she looked okay. She looked skinny. Oh, and the runway was when Rashida, Tammy, and Mimi, the classy friends, went out together. Okay? So D. Smith, who's going to be the transgender person of the season, she also walked the runway show that Bambi walked in. And Tammy was like, wow, she looks good, and I want her to model for me the clothes, you know, the clothing line that I'm working on. And so she basically don't know that she's transgender at this point, but she liked the way D. Smith looked, and she wants her to model for her. And D. Smith ended up saying, I don't really know if I want to be modeling because I'm so busy. But you was just walking in the show, but then you talking about you don't want to model. After the little runway show that the ladies attended or whatever, they end up, you know, having a little dinner. And D. Smith ends up meeting up with her friend Betty Idle. I hate her voice. Betty Idle, she basically letting us know that she is spending some time with Scrap. She's saying that they ain't doing nothing, but it's to the level that Scrap got time to be showing his phone when Bambi be blowing up his phone. But, you know, from what she said, you know, they ain't sleep together. But D. Smith, the transgender person, she was like, did you sleep with them? Just kept asking her. But she said, no, I'm just going to write a hook for him. And, yeah, we're just hanging. And, yeah. So, they're doing that. KK and Tommy meet up. And I thought last episode KK was saying that she didn't like her or did Tommy say, I don't know, but that she didn't get along with Tierra, the baby mother, because she killed her dog. Well, come to find out, it's for another reason. It's because she feels as though Tierra ratted her out to the police when she was on the run. Now, her sons end up being in jail due to the fact that it went out there that they did something to his father, to Sass, the one that Scrap is managing, his younger brother. His father, supposedly something happened to him, and the blame went to KK and the kids. So they end up going to jail for a while, and she ended up being on the run. And she went on the run because she couldn't go to jail, because how was the boys, the sons, going to get money in jail? So that's what she decided to do. And she was talking to Tierra while on the run and stuff, and Tierra ended up telling the business to the police. That's what she says. But I bet we're going to find out that Tierra's, well, I don't know, but hopefully Tierra didn't rat her out. Because why is Scrap still sleeping with her? You cannot still be sleeping with Tierra just to see your son. You can co-parent. You don't have to keep sleeping with the lady. So it got to be something to it. Or maybe he was willing to rat out his mother to get out of jail. We'll be finding out. It's only the second episode. I already talked about the Grizzle Girl, which is Girls and Hustle mixed together, and that young Jock and Scrappy asked young Jock to partner with him in the business, and Jock was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but okay, we already living together. And I said that Taylor put the number in her phone, Jock's number, and I hope she don't call. We get the updated age on Tammy's daughter, and she wasn't in the on Love and Hip Hop really last season, but I remember when she was on it the third season, she said the daughter was 8, and this episode she says that her daughter is 10 years old when she met up with D. Smith. Oh, I don't know, a lot was going on, but when she was they met up together, and because D. Smith got information from Betty Idol that Waka Flocka and her, is not really into the LGBT community or whatever, and Tammy had to, let D. Smith know that, my husband, he has his opinions and stuff, but really what he was talking about was Caitlyn Jenner. And how, like, Caitlyn Jenner is becoming so popular just because she's transgendered. And, people have been transgender forever, And it's like she got a lot of popularity by coming out. And, and she said that her daughter ends up, because 10 years old, the kids are Googling. And the girl was asking questions. What's up with this transgender stuff? And, really, I'm thinking the same thing, like, dang, you want to raise your kids the way you want to, but with this internet, it's a new way to raise kids, because they can already, any questions they have, all they got to do is Google it. And D. Smith going to say in her confessional, oh, no, you're going to have to raise your kids, you're going to have to tell them, dang, it's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to tell your kids. Just because somebody walking on the street, oh, this is that kind of person, oh, this is that kind of person. Well, I know I wasn't raised that way. It's a lot of things that I didn't know growing up, that my parents didn't tell me, that you didn't find out till later on in life. And I think that, I kind of like not knowing everything. Dang, kids go to school to learn. Like, maybe the school has to reveal this transgender stuff, and talk more about the different types of people of the world, more so than the parents, because what is the right age to discuss these things with your children? I'm not too sure. I'm not a parent, so I'm not sure about it. But at the end of the show, Tammy, D. Smith, and Betty Idol meet up, and because D. Smith basically wanted Betty Idol to work with Tammy doing her modeling, because she says she's so busy that she's not going to have time to do it. But Betty Idol, she already know when they talked after she already modeled for whoever they was modeling for when the classy friends met up. She already said that she don't like Tammy, she don't like her husband and stuff like that. But D. Smith, she thinking that oh, that's nothing. They're gonna be friends anyway. It didn't work out that way. Betty Idol, she had an attitude the second that she looked at Tammy. You know, she had an attitude, and when she mentioned Bambi, it's like she even got more upset. And I feel as though Tammy was forced to do what she did at the end of that episode. I guess next week that's how it's gonna open. We're gonna find out if Tammy did more than just throw a drink and basically jump over the table. And it looked like Debbie did not help her friend Betty. It looked like she just stayed seated. Yeah. So is there anything else? Oh, yeah. Now Tommy's all mad at Scrap. So Scrap with the hair. He goes to Tommy's house to try to work it out with her, you know, bringing her some pink roses and everything. So he knocks on the door, and she act like she was looking at a magazine. She's so upset. So he go in there. He's all like, I'm trying to make amends. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. I want everything to work out. And she all like, I'm not gonna be dealing with this. I'm through with you. And she said in her confession, or did she say in her confession? I think she said it to him, if you want to be with your baby mother, you go ahead and be with your baby mother. Now, instead of him being like, I want to be with my baby mother, he still want to be with her. So she's still acting all irate and everything. He was like, you know what, when you calm down, you call me, because I'm going to dip out because I can't deal with the shenanigans. And instead of her letting him leave, she do her fake crying. And she like, oh, I don't want to, I don't know why you making me go through this. And she runs over to him and falls into his arms. So she do that little fake crying, and then she, you know, do like this, and then the next second, are you still blanking her? And he just say, yes. Instead of her slapping him right then or being like, I'm through with you, it looked like, I don't know what I was looking at, but she told him to leave and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I know I would have been probably like, you see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think I can be in situations like that, because I would be abusing them. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have stole them or something. But she didn't have, like, the reaction that most single women that's dealing with a dude that's been lying to her should act. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Tommy or Tierra. I think they both whack. I don't think Carly Red was in the show tonight, and Jocelyn and K. Michelle still haven't made their appearance yet. Is there anything else that I really want to say for? Chris calls herself a giver, and that's like how, you know, she don't want nothing done to her vajayjay, and nothing done to her breastises and stuff like that. She's a giver. So Mimi getting all the goodness from this lady. Oh, and I saw something on the internet, and I don't even think they together present day. And Mimi got her another girl. You know, she hasn't gone back to men yet, and I think it's some basketball player, and the basketball player is a lot taller than Chris. But who knows how true this stuff is. So, yeah, that's about it. Anything else that I want to say? They talking about Barbershop that's coming out on Friday. I might have to check that out. I still need to see Meet the Blacks. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. But I'm going to. Yeah. I wanted to say something else. Next week, guys. Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 5, Episode 2. Peace out.